Thanks, Alice. Yeah, so I was thinking about what I wanted to say today, because this isn't the typical type of speech that I give. I'm either usually giving like a skill-based training to activists or yelling at a protest to the general public. And I don't think I need to tell you all the different ways that animals are exploited by humans in factory farms and slaughterhouses and laboratories. You all know this, everybody who's here. And I actually think that the public kind of knows this too. Maybe they don't know all the details that we know about the different horrible things that we do to animals, but I think deep down the public is already aware that there is something deeply wrong with our relationship to other animals. They know this because we have labels like Certified Humane and Global Animal Partnership, which we know mean nothing, but are there to assuage people's compassion for animals. We know this because people don't want to see the footage. We know this because people care deeply about their companion animals. I think they haven't fully made their life choices in alignment with these values, but I think generally speaking, people care about animals. And so I don't think our biggest problem in the animal rights movement is knowledge or compassion. I think our biggest issue is a collective action problem. And by that, I mean it feels hopeless. When you're just one person, what can you do against billion-dollar companies who have so much power, who have the ability to control who gets elected, who have the ability to put people in prison? What can you do as one person? And there's this sense of futility that makes us want to stay home and be apathetic. And I think all of us here today are critical in overcoming that, because our actions are contagious. When we take action, we show other people that it's possible to do this too, and that when we work together, we can actually do incredible things. And I think about how activists in other social movements, they didn't know that they were about to win. We look back and we think, oh my God, yeah, women got the right to vote, civil rights was established, people can marry who they love. They did not know that they were going to win until they did. And we don't know how far along we are in our movement. But one thing I know for sure is that change only happens with action. If we sit around and do nothing, absolutely nothing will change. And so I'm so excited that there are people out here who I don't recognize that are out there doing activism in whatever form works for you, because I think it's such a critical component of what we need to do. But I get it. I get that it feels really hopeless sometimes. The world is a very messed up place. It feels like we're backsliding every day sometimes, and what's going on with our government and with horrible injustices against animals and humans as well. And I think that we can get hope from our action. One of my favorite quotes is, hope is the consequence of action, not its cause. We can't sit around and wait until we feel good to go take action. We feel good when we take action. And we can get inspiration from each other. And I think we can also get inspiration from the animals who fight for their lives until the very last moment. And Robert just said, go rescue a chicken. So I'm not going to go rescue a chicken right now, but I am going to tell you the story of 2 rescued chickens who were just rescued 8 days ago from Sonoma County, from a factory farm, from a slaughter truck from a factory farm bound for slaughter in Sonoma County. And their names are Daisy and Fern. And for those of you who might not know, my friend Zoe Rosenberg is facing 5+ years in prison for investigating a slaughterhouse in Sonoma County and for rescuing 4 chickens from there 2 years ago. She's been wearing an ankle monitor for 1.5 years. Her trial is in September. And Purdue and this company that's trying to throw her in prison is coming down hard. They're trying to throw her in prison, as I said. They're suing our organization. They're doing everything in their power to stop these activists. And yet, just a week ago, brave rescuers did the same thing again. They approached a truck moments away from the slaughterhouse. They opened the crates and they took 2 sick, injured animals out. They were covered in feces. They were soaking wet, even though it wasn't raining. And when you watch the video of that rescue, those animals are so sick, but I just appreciate so much that the crate comes open and you can see one of the animals who ends up being rescued, I think it's Fern, they're trying to stand. They're like, the crate opens and like they're trying to get up. And I just think like in that moment, are they saying like, pick me, please, please take me out of this place. This place is terrible. And because of those brave rescuers, and because those animals fought to the last moment, Daisy and Fern are alive today. And those are two individuals out of the 49,000 that are killed every single day at this slaughterhouse. Two individuals that mean nothing to this company from a financial perspective. Yet, they are trying so hard to make sure that nobody sees that footage, to make sure those animals don't get rescued. And I think that that repression, that sign, is an indication that what we are doing is absolutely the right thing to do. Because if they are ignoring you, then you're not doing anything. So that we have to invite that repression. We have to face it and continue to take action, because that's how we're going to change the world. So thank you all so much for being here. I continue to speak up for animals, support Zoe at our trial, and thank you all.